Well, hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Can't tell you how thankful I am to have you, and I appreciate all of you subscribing and following along with the channel. So this video is just going to be end of August tour, I guess. I guess we're close enough to the end of the month, but this is the time of year where the gardens really look their best, I think, especially color-wise. And September is the peak month. So I know a lot of times I'm repeating in these videos. The blue plant here is the blue Victoria Salvia, and the other annual that I put in this front border is French marigolds. And the French marigolds have a little more of that red orange. Now this is a different variety of the blue Victoria Salvia. A deeper blue, and it stays shorter and a little bit more compact. But I just think it looks awesome with, you know, next to the Russian sage. Just kind of a drift of the Russian sage in here and the blue salvia. I told you guys the dahlias in here started with 6 of them, and the rabbits or moles ate 3 of them. So there is one clump that's not looking so great. Here's another clump and another plant over here I have a cage on, trying to keep the rabbits and stuff away, but not a good year for these dahlias. And you can see that they are like a light pink color. They still look alright, but I had ordered the HS Date dahlias, which are supposed to be coral orange with the burgundy foliage. Oh well. Oh, let's see, what else? Blue chip, dwarf butterfly bush, still giving me some blooms, and you can see I've got a lot of new blooms coming. I don't know if you guys can see there's a new one there and there. I guess I need to get in here and cut some of the old ones off. Just check out the color on these French marigolds. That fiery red orange paired with the blue. The yellow Sunny, it's called Sunny Knockout. The yellow rose there is putting on more blooms. It's taken it a while to rebloom this season. You guys can see how big these purple aster here have got. They are starting to bloom. Couple weeks or 3 weeks, they should be full masses of purple all the way into the first frost. But those of you that have followed me a while know that this started from just 2 clumps of this, and I divided them into multiple plants, and that's how I ended up with all of these here in the border. And now they're getting just about ready to be divided again. So they are loving their life here where they're at. I mean, these look like shrubs almost, but I really like how they're looking, like the formality with them. So I'll be, maybe even this fall in November, or maybe next spring, I'll be dividing these. lamb's ear. Now I've put a lot of lamb's ear here in this border as well. You can see some of it's not doing so well, and a lot of it I've lost. So in between each of the asters were clumps of the silvery lamb's ear. Some new plants. You might have seen the latest video where I got 3 new shrubs. 2 of them were butterfly bushes, and I got those planted. Working on filling this little landscape area in between our house and the neighbor's house. Repeating the miscanthus grass, and then more purple butterfly bush. And I've seen about 5 monarchs this week on here, the bright orange ones. Coneflower. Phlox there, still giving me some color. And there is the other butterfly bush, new. And the new Wine and Roses Weigela. It's got a little bit of catching up to do with this one, but I think in one season, probably next year, it will be caught up. Need to get in here and cut the blooms off of these coleus and clean them up a little bit. We got some hostas blooming this week. Some garbage. There is always garbage in here from the road and in the yard there. Anyway, here are these hostas that I got from my mom's. And they started out to be a little more yellow, on the yellow side, the variegation. But now they're turning more white, which is fine. But they are just now blooming. Alright. Can you guys see all the layers of color that's happening? Especially if we look at it right here. And then once those asters pop, they're gonna look really good. Of course, our circle garden here, the ring of Russian sage, is looking great still. Need to come in here and deadhead some of these zinnias. I deadhead them, and then I just drop the seed all around in here, right where they are, because I want them to reseed next year. Hopefully I'll have more. But again, I'm repeating that blue and orange together. B there. Alright. Gotta keep walking, don't want this video to get too long. Can you guys see this view of the Victoria salvia and the Russian sage through there? And then I'm on the lookout for some new plants or something to kind of finish off this corner here. It's where the sidewalk and the driveway come together. I think I need some blue in this area because I've got my burgundy, you know, your red, and then I got my greens, my chartreuse, and yellow, and then I think the 5th color that are good for pairing, you guys know what I'm talking about, is I'm missing some blue. So I'm going to put probably some juniper in here, some blue juniper. just to finish off this corner. You guys might remember I cut back, maybe a month ago. I cut these down. They're probably double the size now. But I cut the lime lights below the windows to clean them up a bit, and now they have flushed out and are putting more blooms out for me. So I guess I will just let them do their thing through the fall. It'll give me more blooms later in the season. Barberry. So it looks nice from our view from up here and the view from the yard. Crepe myrtle still giving me some color. And I cut this way back, like into almost a square, about right here, in the fall. And then of course I put my spider webs and Christmas lights on it, but then it grows out this much the next season. So you can imagine if I didn't cut it, it would probably be up in the power lines there. Loving all the foliage combination here still. The Bobo hydrangea has gotten more rusty pink color on it. Black-eyed Susan and Dahlia here still blooming away. But what I really want to show you, and what I'm super excited about, you guys, this has been a success year for me with the pumpkins. I told you guys I've tried for years to have a nice pumpkin crop, and I might have gotten 2 pumpkins, if that. But I just want to show you guys some of these. I am so excited about them. My husband counted them, said there's at least a dozen. I think there's more than a dozen. But they seem to love this area. And one thing I did different this year is I used Plant Tone organic fertilizer. Can you guys see this big one over here? This makes me so happy. Check that one out. Gorgeous. Try not to do too much damage to the vines, but I think everything's about done, really. Love that peach coral color. And then we have some of the flat stackers, the white. Here's one of the flat stackers. And lots of these little bitty guys. I think they're called Jack B. Little, maybe? I could be wrong. I know I got one that's Casper something. And we got another jack-o'-lantern, just a regular carving pumpkin. Sorry about that, that gimbal had to rebalance itself. So yeah, good success this year on the pumpkins, and I believe like I said in the last video, I think, instead of doing the vegetables, which they all need to be cleaned up, I've actually got animals or rodents that have been in here and just helped themselves to all of this, especially my tomatoes. You can see I've already got them pulled out. Chore this weekend is to get a lot of this cleaned up. I'm gonna pull all this out and clean it up real good. But anyway, next year I think I'm just gonna do my corn stalks, which I use for fall decoration, and then the rest of this over here will just be my pumpkins. Who knows, I might even sell them. Yeah, right, you guys know I can't sell my pumpkins. I'm gonna use every single one of them, and then I'll share them with friends and share them with my mom so they can decorate their porch. Okay, I guess I will take you guys along and show you the ugly. I mean, look at all of this, all these squash that have, we just couldn't keep up with them. There's so many. And I'm telling you, that plant tone is where it's at. It really does good. Tomatoes used to be here. I gotta get all this cleaned up. I should be embarrassed for showing you guys this. But I want you to see the sunflowers too. And I am trying to save the seeds off these guys, but my gosh, the birds just come and get them, which is good. I want to share the seed with the birds, of course. But it's been a battle with seed saving and the birds getting them all. This crazy vine here is gourds. I am growing gourds, and I bet I planted these a month ago, and it has just taken over all of this. Of course, the privet hedge and whatever trees and shrubs are in this corner of this fence is not ours. We do we do kind of keep it cleaned up, or try to keep it cleaned off of our garage and stuff, but it's just one of those things where it just grows so fast. But anyway, right now it is holding up, giving the gourds something to grow up on. And hopefully they will have enough time to form, and I can dry them and craft with them. Make birdhouses or other primitive crafts. Messy garage. Alright. This is real life, people. Balsam is slowing down, and you can see I'm going to have a lot of seed. So if I were to pull all of this out, I would still have this much balsam next year. Coral color here. And I like the color of the leaves too. That's a different kind of, like a jade green. I need to get this back on my table. I decided to move my table back in the center here, and I went with this bench here. Got some Halloween pillows on it. So I need to get my hibiscus put back on the table there. Cannas. Mummy hand coming out of the whiskey barrel. I think it's 2 more weeks, guys, and I will be working on the front yard. Labor Day weekend is when all of that starts happening. So not much new back here to show you guys. Just maintaining it, keeping staying on top of the weeds. This gorgeous pink phlox is back in full bloom now. A few weeks ago I trimmed it back, and now it's flushed with a second round of blooms. That was white coneflowers there, and I'll just leave the seed heads up for the birds, and later this fall, whatever I'm left with, I will harvest. I did move my Gomphrena. This was around the blue spruce, and it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. So for the rest of the season, this is where it's going to be. I think it looks pretty good with the lamb's ear. Come on, Gimbal, work with me. Probably making you guys seasick. Like I said, not much going on. The back of this garden is a work in progress still. But I do want you guys to see the limelights are blooming now. I was a little worried about these guys. I didn't think they were getting enough light. But since they are in more shade, they'll just give me later season blooms, which is fine. Totally fine with me. If I had it to do over, I think I would have planted them a little further back, especially this one in the center, and then I would put a bench here, like a black bench, and have the hydrangeas around the back of it, kind of hugging it. I could still do that. I might cut in, not make this so big here. Pinky Winky hydrangea tree. It should get more pink as the season goes on. Look at this Jitters coleus, looking really good. I believe I got this one from Jim. Jim on YouTube, Holiest of Coleus. I like buying the seed from him because the proceeds go to wounded warriors and the veterans. So I'll definitely be buying more from him next year. Alright. Now my poor hosta bed, you guys. I hate to keep saying this, but when we let the dogs out, they just run right through here, and yeah, these hostas have seen better days. They're just wore out now and broken down. But my plan is to get some black fencing. I seen it at Menards. I think it's like $12 a panel. But anyway, it's about 2 foot tall and black metal Gothic style, so I think that's what I'm going to put, or have to put, around my hosta bed here. So we decided we're not doing a Halloween party this year, believe it or not, and I'm going to take this year off from doing the whole haunted house through our garage here, and then the haunted trail that pretty much starts from the gate, and it would go all the way around the perimeter of the backyard, all the way through there and through the front gates there, and back out through the front yard is where it would end. But we're not doing that this year. I'm going to save the money and get some things in the yard tidied up. A lot of mulch will be happening, mulching. And I'll probably spend some money on some more shrubs as they go on sale, and probably even start on my fencing. another project I'm going to work on this fall is relaying the pavers to our little patio here. You can see some are really old and some are new. Just kind of slap this together real quick last October before our Halloween party, just so people would have somewhere to sit around the campfire. But it was not professionally done by no means, so that is something I'm going to be working on. So yeah, just things like that this fall, and then that will give me another year to make next year party and haunt that much better. I transplanted the turtle head. It was over there, and a friend, my friend Susie from Minnesota, she said it might need a little more sunlight. So right here, it's definitely a shade plant, but that's full shade over there. So she said to give it just a little bit more light and see how it does. But I've had this plant for 4 years now since we've been here, and everybody I talk to that has it says it spreads like crazy. So not so much in my situation. Joe Pyeweed sure didn't get very purple this year, and usually it's probably twice the size of that white rose. Not sure what variety these are or what the name of them are, but I have 3 of them. And I thought about doing a moon garden along this side of the fence. So that's something else I'm working on this fall, is stuff like that, getting things, you know, just tidied up, especially this side of the fence. I know I've been talking about it for a while now. Still can't decide if I want to make a straight walking path or sidewalk with pavers down through here, or if I want to make it windy and curvy. So yeah, at this point, friends, I am rambling. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support and helping the channel grow. Please like and share with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. And if you're looking forward to the paper clay pumpkin that I've been painting, I'm going to be working on that video tonight, so you guys will get to see that project painted and finished. So anyway, friends, thanks for watching. Take care.